The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Kethvar of the Hegemony finished his presentation. Holographic displays showed detailed schematics of Earth's newest vessels, crude metal constructs held together with what appeared to be primitive welding and electromagnetic fields. Esteemed colleagues, Kethavar's translator rendered his chittering voice into smooth standard. These humans continue to embarrass themselves. Look at these contraptions. He gestured dismissively at the rotating ship models. No crystalline matrix drives, no quantum fold generators. They propel themselves by literally exploding chemical compounds behind them. Ripples of amusement passed through the assembled representatives. The Zephyrians' bioluminescent patches flickered in patterns of mirth while the silicon-based architects made grinding sounds that served as their laughter. Their hulls are so fragile, continued the Hegemony ambassador, that micrometeorites can puncture them. They require constant maintenance. Their crews must wear pressure suits in the void, and their maximum velocity barely reaches 1/10. Light speed. How they ever made it beyond their home system remains a mystery. From the human delegation section, Ambassador Sarah Chen maintained her composure despite the burning in her chest. She had heard variations of this speech dozens of times over the past 3 years since humanity had achieved interstellar travel and petitioned for council membership. Furthermore, Kethvar pressed on, their exploration range is pathetic. While our ships traverse galactic arms in mere days, these humans take months to travel between neighboring star systems. Their fleet consists of exactly 17 functional vessels, half of which are currently undergoing repairs. The Hegemony delegation erupted in clicking sounds, their equivalent of applause. Several other species joined in with their own expressions of amusement. Admiral Zhang Wei, sitting beside Ambassador Chen, leaned forward slightly. His weathered face showed no emotion, but his fingers drummed once against the table, a signal Chen recognized from their years working together. If I may address the council, Chen said, rising smoothly. The chamber's attention shifted to her. Kethavar's 4 eyes glittered with anticipation, clearly expecting another futile human defense of their primitive technology. Ambassador, Kethavar raises valid points about our ship's limitations, Chen began, surprising many with her concession. Our hulls are indeed vulnerable. Our drives are chemically based. Our range is limited. She paused, letting her gaze sweep across the chamber. However, there's one aspect of human engineering that seems to have escaped your analysis. And what might that be? Kethvar asked, his tone dripping with condescension. Redundancy, Chen replied simply. Before anyone could respond, Admiral Zhang stood and activated his personal communicator. Admiral Zhang to Captain Morrison, execute Protocol Omega. Confused murmurs arose from the gallery. Protocol Omega wasn't in any human military database the Council had managed to access. Light years away, Captain Elena Morrison stood on the bridge of the UES Defiance, humanity's newest and most experimental vessel. Unlike the ships the Council had been shown, the Defiance looked even more primitive. A utilitarian cylinder covered in what appeared to be randomly placed thrusters, sensor arrays, and maintenance hatches. Protocol Omega confirmed, Admiral, Morrison said into her comm. All stations report ready. Her crew of 37 moved with practiced efficiency. Each person wore multiple backup systems, carried redundant tools, and had been cross-trained in at least 3 different specializations. The ship itself embodied the same philosophy. Every critical system had 2 backups. Every backup had alternatives, and every alternative had been tested to destruction and rebuilt. Initiate quantum resonance cascade, Morrison ordered. Her chief engineer, Dr. Yuki Tanaka, began the sequence that would have horrified any council physicist. Instead of using a single elegant drive system, the Defiance employed 17 different propulsion methods simultaneously. Chemical rockets, ion drives, solar sails, magnetic field manipulation, gravitational slingshots using artificially generated micro-black holes, and 12 other systems that human scientists had cobbled together from studying abandoned alien technology. But the true innovation wasn't in the drives themselves, it was in how they interacted. Quantum entanglement network active, reported Lieutenant Commander Okafor from the science station. All drive systems now linked through quantum resonance fields. Dr. Tanaka had discovered something the galaxy's advanced species had overlooked in their pursuit of elegant, single-system solutions. When multiple crude drive systems were quantum entangled and fired in precise mathematical harmony, they created interference patterns in spacetime itself. Resonance cascade at 97%, Tanaka called out. Spacetime distortion reaching critical threshold. The Defiance began to vibrate, not from mechanical stress, but from reality itself beginning to bend around the ship. The multiple drive systems, individually weak and primitive, combined their quantum signatures in ways that amplified each other exponentially. Translation field stable, Morrison announced, jumping to Galactic Council chambers in 3, 2, 1. Back in the Council chamber, Ambassador Chen was still speaking when space itself seemed to ripple near the viewing windows. The assembled delegates turned in confusion as a crude human ship materialized directly outside the station, not approaching from hyperspace, not decelerating from FTL, but simply appearing as if it had always been there. The chamber erupted, in chaos. Emergency sirens wailed as station sensors registered impossible readings. The primitive human vessel had just traveled 63,000 light-years instantaneously, without using any known FTL technology. Impossible, Kethvar shrieked, his 4 eyes wide with shock. No ship can jump that distance without a quantum fold matrix. The energy requirements alone would. Ambassador Kethvar, Chen interrupted calmly. May I introduce Captain Morrison and the crew of the UES Defiance? They jumped here directly from the Andromeda Galaxy to deliver a simple message. The council fell silent as Captain Morrison's voice came through the communication system, clear and confident. Greetings, Galactic Council. This is Captain Morrison, of the United Earth Starship Defiance. We wanted to personally deliver humanity's formal application for full council membership. She paused, and those who knew humans well could hear the smile in her voice. We apologize for the unconventional arrival method, but our fragile little ships sometimes surprise even us. Admiral Zhang stepped forward, his expression neutral but his eyes bright with satisfaction. You see, esteemed colleagues, while you perfected individual systems, we learned to make multiple imperfect systems work together. Our ships may be fragile, but they're also adaptable, redundant, and occasionally capable of things that even we don't fully understand. Ambassador Chen moved to the center of the chamber. Humanity requests full membership in the Galactic Council, along with immediate access to the restricted technology databases. We believe our unique approach to engineering might prove valuable to the galaxy's continued advancement. The silence stretched for long moments before Fleet Commander Zorth of the Architectural Collective spoke, her crystalline voice carrying undertones of respect that hadn't been there before. The Council will consider humanity's application with all due haste, she said formally. Then, more quietly, she added, How did you make 17 primitive drive systems perform quantum translation? Chen smiled, the first genuine expression of emotion she'd shown during the entire session. With great difficulty, Commander, and about 40,000 redundant backup systems.